Wow. Good morning. This is Nkiki, remember. Welcome to Community Brewha. I'm excited this morning and I'm bringing a question to you today. You are God's critic. That's to those that love to criticize God and think God is responsible for all the happenings. The you that is criticizing. Do you have an answer? Hear the reply God tells you. I found this very interesting. Come with me to Job 38. Now, this is what God is saying. Who is he that questions my wisdom with such ignorant words? Brace yourself up like a man, because I have some questions for you. Now, that is God talking, and you must answer them. So, this is to the critics that keep questioning ignorantly, because that's what God says. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me if you know so much. Who determined its dimensions? Who stretched out the surveying line? What supports its foundation? Who laid the foundations of the earth? Who laid the cornerstone as the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy? Who kept the sea inside its boundaries as it burst from the womb, and as I clothed it with clouds and wrapped it in thick darkness? For I locked it behind barred gates, limiting its shores. And I said to the wind, to the shores of the sea, this is how far you will go. Here your proud waves must stop. Have you ever commanded the morning to appear? Have you caused the dawn to rise in the east? Have you made daylight spread the ends of the earth to bring an end to the night's wickedness? As the light approaches the earth, it takes shape like a clay, pressed beneath the seal. It is rubbed in brilliant colors. The light is disturbed by wickedness. And yet the light stops the arms that raise in violence. Have you explored the spring from which the seas come from? Have you explored the depths? Do you know where the gates of death are located? Have you seen the gates of utter gloom? Nah. Do you realize the extent of the earth? Tell me about it if you know so much, especially you scientists. Where does light come from? Where does darkness go? Can you take each of it is home? Do you know how to get there? But of course, you think you know all this. You are researching, you are doing discoveries. For you were even born before it was created, right? Or you are so very experienced. Another question for you. Have you visited the storehouse of the snow or seen the storehouse of the hailstone? I, God, have reserved those weapons for the time of trouble, for the day of battle and war. Where is the path of the light? Or where is the source of light? Where is the home of the east wind that comes and destroys and parted the Red Sea back in the day? Who created a channel for the torrents of rain? Who laid out the paths of the lightning? Who makes the rain fall on barren land, in the desert where no one lives? Who sends rain to satisfy the parched ground and make the tender grass spring up? Does the rain have a father? Who gives birth to the dew? Who is the mother of ice? Who gives birth to frost that falls from heaven? For the water turns to ice as hard as rock, and the surface of the water freezes. Can you direct the movement of the stars? Ah, binding the cluster of Pleiades and loosening the cords of Orion. Can you direct the constellations through the seasons, or guide the bear and her cubs across the heavens? Nah. Do you know the laws of the universe? Can you use them to regulate the earth? No. Can you shout to the clouds and make it rain? Can you make lightning appear and cause it to strike directly at where you desire? Who gives intuition to the heart? Who gives instinct to the mind? You think you do? Yeah. Who is wise enough to count all the clouds? Who can tilt the water of jars of the heaven? When the parched ground is dry and soil has hardened into clods, can you stop the prey of a lioness? Can you satisfy the young lion's appetite? I don't think so. Or as they lie in their dens or crouch in their thickets, can you? Uh-uh. Who provides food for the ravens when their young cry out to God and wander about in hunger? Hmm. Do you know where the wild goats give birth? Do you? Do you know how many mouths they carry their, or how many months they carry their young? Are you aware of the time of their delivery? Let me tell you now. They crouch down to give birth to their young and deliver their offspring. Their young grow up in open fields. They leave home and never return. Who gives a wild donkey its freedom? Who united its ropes? Remember, I have placed them in the wilderness. Its home is the wasteland. It hates the noise of the city. It has no driver to shout at it. Woo! The mountains are its pasture land, where it searches for every blade of grass. Will the wild ox consent to being tamed? Uh-huh. Will it spend the night in your store? Can you hitch a wild ox to a plow? Will a plow field for you? Giving it strength. Can you trust it? Can you live and trust the ox to do your work? Can you rely on it to bring you home grain and deliver it to your threshing floor? Check this out. The ostrich flaps her wings grandly, but they are no match for the feathers of the stork. She lays her eggs on top of the earth, letting them to be warmed in the dust, no protection. She doesn't worry that a foot might crush them or wild animals might destroy them. She's harsh. She's harsh towards her young, as if they were not her own. She doesn't care if they die, the ostrich and the stork, that is. For it is God, God, that deprived her of her wisdom. God has not given the ostrich any understanding. But whenever the ostrich jumps to run, she passes the swiftness of the horse and his horse rider. Wow! Have you even given the horse its strength or clothed his neck with flowing mane? Do you have the ability to leap like a locust? Its majestic snorting is terrifying. It paws the earth and rejoices in its strength when it charges out to battle. It laughs at fear and is unafraid. Oh, no, no. God, you are great. It does not run from the sword. The arrows rattle against it. The spear and javelin flash. It paws the ground fiercely and rushes towards into battle. When the ram's horn blows, it snorts at the sound of the horn. It senses battle in the distance. It quivers at the captain's command and the noise of the battle. Is it your wisdom that makes the hawk soar and spread its wings towards the south? Is it your command at the edge the eagle rises to the heights it makes its nest? It lives on cliffs, I hope you know that. It makes the home a distant rocky crag. From there it hunts its prey and keep watching with piercing eyes. Its young gulps blood. Where there's carcass, you'll find it. Do you now see the greatness of God? Do you now see why you can't criticize God? Do you now see where there are some questions you don't ask? God is not a man. God is God. God is amazing. Knowing Him will only spell wisdom for you, gladness for you, unending joy. Oh, please, we've just started the year. The best thing that can happen to you, the best thing that can happen to you is to hit you with God. Hook on Him. Let Him lead you. Let Him guide you. Let Him direct you. And this year will be easy breezy for you. I started seeing the signs. If you do this, you will see the signs. This is Community Bruha. We just got started. Get ready. It's going to be an awesome ride. Just keep this wisdom, ponder on it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to like and share your comments. God bless you. AKK's Community Bruha signing out.